All right.
So Mary, we're just taking your consent. Is it okay to record the session?
Yes, actually, I print what you share with me. Yeah. So I think this is one of the page you shared just
Yes.
before the
Yes,
meeting,
Mary.
right?
Yeah, this
Okay.
is the home page for the registered users once he has signed in. And this page has been designed keeping in mind the functional requirements, the technical constraints which we have right now, and looking at the Magento platform where it is getting migrated to. So I'll just explain you how we have kind of structured the page. So as you can see on the top is the header, which is designed based on the best practices and the standards, typical UI standards we have in a typical B2B e-commerce portal. On the right hand side on the top, you can see the global navigation links, which are all the secondary tasks, important but secondary tasks and the persistent tasks which the user has to do once he logs into any portal. In this case, my account cart, which is very typical and as per the best practices, it has been placed here. Below that is the search, the global search, which is placed persistently across all the screens. So from wherever the user is, he can search whatever products he wants to search. For now, we are not placing a drop down for all categories because for phase 1, but maybe going forward we can have that option. Below the search box is the area for the primary navigation menu. So this was a change which we kind of thought as an user experience could add in the value, looking at the whole structure and the way the user is navigating.
Yes, sorry, excuse me. So what you mean is about the search. As you may know, our current search can, by product search, I mean the IPM sphere is now allow us to do the product search, right? So this kind of product search is missing in Magento. So that's why you just put the free text search in this layout design, is it? Is it the reason why you only allow the free text search in Magento site because the limitation of Magento?
No, that is not a limitation of Magento, but I think for this, whatever we have discussed within the technical team, and it was communicated that maybe in the going forward in phase 2 it might get integrated.
Okay.
So for now we have kept it like this, but yes, going forward that will be a functionality which will be added where you can search across all the categories. Okay. So coming down is the primary navigation menu. So what is the purpose of a primary navigation menu? It is actually, it allows the user to go to the task, the key task which he is trying to perform. So now the 3 primary tasks for the user or any registered user is actually placing an order, looking at his order status, and also he can also browse the categories. For now, we have so products is already there on Subloy also as well as Magento. So we have a big
Sorry, you're talking about looked for, is it?
Sorry?
Is it not number 4? Pending?
No, I'm talking about number 3 right now.
Number 3, okay.
Yes. So number 3, we have kind of restructured the information architecture. So we have place orders and orders within my
orders and products. And then place order next to, okay, place order, is it a kind of action? Is it a kind of pull down?
Yes. So what we are trying to say is that
I can't see a pull down arrow there.
Yeah, so it will come subsequently in the next slide. I'm just explaining you the structure first, and then probably we can look at the interaction. Okay. So place order is of 3 types. He can place a bulk order or a quick order or a recurring order. So that can be within the page once you click on the place order. And there are different kinds of orders which is already have. I'll just explain it to you. First of all, I'll explain you the dashboard. So for any user, registered user, the order status is important. So we've tried and shown this information upfront. So he knows that which all orders, the number of orders which are completed, processing, pending, and cancelled as per the status. It is also important for him to see the order history. So we have tried to group similar information here, which is order history, where you can search for the any order number within the order history. And also you can also look at the recent orders. And if you want to see the whole list of the recent orders, then you can simply click on view all. So this is how we've tried to group the information together, which has an affinity. So order history is one area, and another is quick order is something which, as per the discussion with the team, the business team, I got to know that, quick order is something which is being very frequently used by the users, business users. So this can be shown probably prominently on the dashboard as a widget. So you can add more items. Once you click on add more items, you go to that particular quick order page. And once you click on add to cart, you go to all the orders which you add in here get added to your cart. So the whole 3-4 sections which we have are the dashboard for the registered user. So it gives him a snapshot of whatever is happening, and he can perform few actions here. The lower part can be for the promotional activity. So we have banners, typical banners which can be scrollable, and few products which can be a part of the featured products based on the different promotions which the business wants to bring in. So this is the whole structure of this home page. I'll go to the next screen where you'll get to know what can be under the menus. So like I was telling you, can you see my screen? Second one. Hello?
Yes, I can see it. Mary,
Yeah.
you're still able to.
Mary, can you see my screen? I've come down to the second screen.
Yes, I can see.
Okay, so here we have once you click on place order, that page instance is not shown here, but typically the task could be where the user can place a bulk order, or you can paste an order, or you can do a quick order. So we didn't give it as a sub menu here because the functionalities are very small and you don't need dedicated pages for all these three things. We can place it in one place. As for the orders, here the user can see this has been brought up from my accounts, which is very deep into the information architecture. But this is a primary task for the user, so we have brought it up. And within the orders, you can see the favorite list, saved orders, order history, and recurring orders. Once we go into, so these are all separate pages which the user can go into.
Sorry, I'm getting lost. I don't quite understand what it's doing about place order. When the customer, so first of all, okay, so I'm really getting lost, okay. Can I ask you a question, okay? In the previous page, as yes. I asked you, okay, I don't quite understand, next to products, okay? Next to products, there's place order.
Yeah.
Place order is the action button. Is the action button, and also the order.
No, this is not an action button. This is a primary menu, navigation menu item. So once you place an order, you see a page where you can place a bulk order, quick order, or a paste order.
I don't understand. So, which means when I click on place order, what will show?
So place order right now in Magento also we saw that it is a page where you can either place a quick order, you can upload a document, or you can paste whatever you have written in your notepad, the list of orders. So that is what you can, once you click on it, you can see that page where you can place an order. So you can do that task.
And then how about orders?
Orders is something where we have different orders which the user has already placed, and he can see his saved orders, whatever orders he has been, all the order related information, his order history, recurring orders, saved orders. So they are all going to be different kinds of information regarding to the orders. So order history is something as a list which we have shown right now. So right now I saw display a very small list, but order history would be a very big list where you can see the different status of, and you can perform certain actions. Probably when we show you the pages for this, then you might understand.
But under order history, you can view all as well, right?
Yes, you can view all the orders which you have placed.
So when you click on view all, okay, the page present should be the same as the order history.
Correct.
Yes.
Should be the same as what you click on the orders, under the gray bar, is it?
Yeah, so all orders, once you hover your mouse, then you can see your favorite list, saved orders, order history, and recurring orders. These are all dedicated different pages, but they are all related to your orders.
So Mary, during our functional workshop, there was a comment from Campbell. He mentioned that to switch the cart or to view different carts, They have to go to my account and then navigate to that page and then look at different cards. So that was deep inside. They had
Different
this feature.
cards.
Yes,
If
they
they have
wanted.
different cards.
Yes, when they have different cards, that was pretty much in my account section itself. They wanted a quicker way of doing it. So hence
So
the
which
idea.
means, which means orders is not talking about different cards. Or orders, as your team mentioned, is talking about the order history. Okay, different
No,
card is
the
about
orders.
Yes.
Yeah,
different card is about the currently.
orders
What
has,
is the active cards under this account, right? The active cards, not yet
yeah,
placed order.
all the saved cards.
Yes,
So
right.
yeah, so orders is not just order history. So what
Oh,
Shilpa is trying to say is
okay.
when you click on orders, there's a pull down menu. Likewise, you see on the screen too that Shilpa is showcasing, right? And then inside orders, there is favorite list. The saved orders is actually saved cards. We'll just have to rename it. In Magento, it is called saved orders, but business-wise, it should be called as saved cards. So favorite list, saved cards, order history, recurring order. So those would be like actions that user might want to perform quicker, and hence they have been pulled out of the My account or onto this pull down menu. Do you think it makes sense?
Let me think about that. I think, okay, let's move on first.
Okay, so the third screen is something, yeah, this is an instance where we have the account. So now under my accounts could be all the account related, user account related information and the sign out. And we can also think of other and secondary tasks which can be placed here. But basically, this is the layout which is going to be for the registered user. And this is the overall information architecture which can be where we've tried to structure the information in such a way that the primary information gets highlighted and then all the secondary tasks can be placed in the global navigation. The dashboard is up front and all the promotional business related things can go below the dashboard for any registered user.
Okay. So which means the saved cards, I mean, if there are multiple cards, will be under the cards icon to the top rightmost, is it?
So Prashant, this side, just to add, Shilpa. So on the top right corner card, it is going to be always your active card, right? While your multiple cards would be under your saved orders, because saved order is a place where multiple cards are being managed, and you can push any of your saved order card to your active cards. So that is how it is working as of now.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should rename saved orders to save card. Our bad that we missed that. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, please. Okay. Okay.
And Mary, when we're talking about the lower section, which is the banner and the featured products, so we can in the featured products we can also showcase the new products. So it will be a way to actually showcase that these are some of the new products. Hence, the registered user would be interested in buying. There was a scenario one in ASEAN. It was mentioned that. They take the catalog to the distributor and ask them, are you interested in buying this product or not? Which could be then leveraged from the homepage of the registered users itself.
Okay. Okay. Yes, please.
Okay, so this is the option one for the home page. Varid, I think you can share your screen now.
Yeah, just to add to it, Mary.
This is the first option, is it?
Sorry, please come back again.
So this is one of the option.
Yes, this is one of the option. And Mary, looking at the technical feasibility and with the time frame in mind, so this seems to be pretty achievable. So now we look at option 2. So Varid, back to you.
Yeah. Hello everyone. I'm audible?
Yes, you are now.
All right. Hi, Mary. Hi, William.
Hello. Hello.
I'm
Hello.
going to share my screen. Let me know once you're able to see. Is it visible?
It's loading up, Bharat.
Okay.
I can see it now. William, Mary, can you see it?
Yes, now.
Great.
All right. So basically, we had words with the Nagaro business team, and based on best practices which we follow under the UX process, this is something which we come up on the conceptual level. So we assume there are, of course, some assumptions, and we would love to hear your feedback and suggestions, because there are a lot of different discussion points for sure. So for example, we know that there are target users are dealers and retailers, and locksmith and others as well. We understand that there are two different types of user, the guest user and the registered user. We assume that, based on our understanding, that there will be different primary goals to achieve by these different users. The primary goal for the guest user will be explore the product category and basically get contact with the Assembloid team, so they can create an account and they can start their business. The registered user is basically already into the business with the Assembloy, and their primary goals would be to achieve, look into the order status which they do day-to-day job, and they can also place the new orders. Basically, this is what our understanding. This is the dashboard for the registered user who is admin as well. So here we are trying to showcase, once user is logged in, we can call it landing page, a page, or a dashboard. But this is the first view which they will see in terms of to basically do their primary task, to place the order and look into the order history. This page is divided into two navigation, the top menu and the side menu. The top menu have the quick action to explore the categories, products, teams, which they can directly do by clicking on any of the links, or they can search if they have something specific in their mind, and they can basically, this is a contextual search where they can pick and choose these categories. These categories could be increased, depends on what kind of task they want to perform on the system, and they can search, and they can directly reach on the particular particular idea what they are thinking for. There is the quick menu. Quick menu is basically for three action which they are going to perform on the page, which is quick order, bulk order, and trade.
Yes.
Any questions so far?
No.
All right.
Clear. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and there is also a notifications bell where they can get a lot of different updates, what is happening in their system. For example, if any order has been confirmed, any order has been in progress. Once the order will change the status, these kind of notification will come under notifications icon. Also, if there is any update is happening on the team perspective, or maybe they are saving any new order list, or they are making any favorite, or they are looking for the codes and they receive the codes from the Assembloy. So everything which is important for the user to get notified will come under this notifications. All this remains same on the right hand side, and based on what task user will perform in terms of adding the order will be showcased here. Coming on the left hand side, which is the menu, and here you here's the user, and under the user, just to give them a little delight experience, just to say hi, and then under this we can show only the profile settings and their settings which is related to their personal, personal actions, I would say. So there will be nothing related to anything others, but related to only user. Here we are coming with the dashboard, the orders, the codes, the invoices, the catalog, team, reports, help and support. These all are sub-menu, and we also figured it out that these menu are hiding under the second or the third layer, which we think that depends on the best practices. Plus also we have done some secondary research while looking into different B2B products, which will be usable, useful for the user, that these actions should come forward, and user can have the flexibility to perform these action while quickly. So that's why we kept this left hand side navigation. Coming on the dashboard screen, this screen is divided into, I would say, 5 parts or 6 parts. The first fold will have everything related to their order. So here's the combination of the order history, your latest order, if you want to track an order, if you want to see anything which is you have placed in terms of order, this will come here. And there will be different, status, which will work kind of filter for the user, so they can perform these quick action if if they want to see how many orders has been delivered under such date. So there is also these filters which they can basically do quickly. If I want to see as a if I want to send this report to my manager for last month, so I can quickly just click here, or maybe if I want to do something customizable in terms of, so I can quickly just choose the date, and I can export these file and send it to my manager. So this is what the idea behind keeping everything together for the orders. And they can also search if they have something in their mind for tracking the order, just if they have specific number for the order ID or the purchase ID, they can do it from here as well. And they can, sort.
So it's a kind of filtering or search. Actually, can I filter by from a date to a date in which the status is in progressing or pending, something like that? Can I do that?
If you want to see the products which has been placed under in progress,
Orders, yeah.
Absolutely.
Like
this is
from a date to a date. So this is a kind of filtering or is a search?
Oh, it's a kind of basically, if I understand correct, your question is basically if I want to search any thing under the progress, but also with the filter of the the date, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we
Just
can
like
do
the last 2 weeks, like for example, the last 2 weeks.
absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, I want to see any orders are still pending.
Yeah.
So can I list out these orders?
Yeah, we can do that. So basically, I would say that on hold could be work as a pending. So that is the I think we can change the nomenclature in terms of what ASA Abloy uses for pending orders.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm just asking the search. What do you mean of search? Because I cannot visualize. When I click the search, the search result, how to display the search result here. Yeah, I cannot visualize there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'll tell you.
Yeah, and I cannot visualize what can I search from? Can I search like from a date to a date? So this looks like advanced search, or can I say this is a kind of filtering? I just like Magento backend doing. We can filter the order from a date to a date, whereas the status is equal to shipped, something like that.
Okay. So I would divide this answer into two. This question into two answers. First, if a user has a specific order ID, that could be basically searched from here.
Search, yes, right. If you want to search a particular order, then that is a search, yes.
Yes. And if
To
they
the
want
right side seems like it's a kind of filtering, huh?
right, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I can filter for a month as well. I can filter, for the specific dates as well.
Yeah.
So, for
Yeah.
example, for 2 weeks, the data will come here. Maybe there
Yeah.
could tell
As
me
well
what.
as
Yeah,
the filter by the date as well as the status, the order status. Yeah.
right, exactly.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
also we would like to discuss whether these are the primary information which user wants to see, over the on the dashboard as a first glow, or these primary information can be changed, or we can add something which is there in the detail which could be useful for the user. And here these buttons will change as per the status of the order. For example, if it is new and not in progress, there could be the update button, so user can edit because this has been not confirmed by ASAI for example. So they can update it, but once it is in progress, these acts will not be here.
Disable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is also the contextual actions as per the status.
Okay.
Any other questions for orders?
No?
All right. So going forward, here is the saved order list and favorites, which we also think.
Do you allow, sorry, do you allow like the scroll? Can we scroll this list? Since because this list will only have like 5 records here, can we just scroll and scroll down instead of clicking the view all? Like for example, at least we can scroll 10 cases and then there's a view all.
Yeah, of course, we can do that as well. We have a freedom to look into how we can place these order lists. Maybe, we can show only 5 orders and view all will take the user to another page where they can see everything together. But there could also be chances that we can decide it together that how many orders we want to show.
Yeah, right. Maybe the last 10 or last 15, maybe, yeah. If out of that 10 or 15, then they can click view all, yeah.
Yeah. So this this is all open for the discussion for sure.
Okay.
Coming back to the these menu which we think is important in terms of, so this is what something related to one of the primary tasks where they want to see the order status and they want to look into the details. So any of if they click on any of the row, they will land on the detail page of the order. This is one of the thing. And by clicking on these 3 dots, there will be option to basically cancel the order, or there could be option to reorder. So these options will be here because we can show upfront only one action here, but we can look into if it is necessary to basically place which primary action over here and which we can basically put under these 3 dots. That is also we can look into. So this is related to one of the primary action. This is something related to these 2 parts also, that we assume that they use these they order products very frequently, like they could place an order twice or thrice in a day, and maybe I would say 5 to 6 times in a week. This is what are one of the assumptions. So in that case, they have saved order list as well. There could be bi-weekly orders, there could be monthly orders, depends on the consumption of the orders. I'm sorry, yeah. So in that case, basically they can place the order from here itself. So this also comes based on their latest order list, but this is absolutely clickable. So if I want to see anything here, there, so I can see like the 9 list. But if I really interested to see everything together, so I can simply click on the view all and I can land on the saved order list. Same will happen with the favorites. Favorites is also the list. So here we can ignore this part for now, and we assume that there will be the list of the favorites, so I can certainly order from here itself. So basically we are encouraging user to place the orders quickly from the dashboard itself, so they don't have to basically search for a lot of things. And if they know their day-to-day task where they are doing things, on a very frequent basis, so we are giving this freedom, they can basically place the order from here itself. Also, we are considering that we want to, keep the page from the branding aspect that, of course, the acai Bloy is owning this place. This is not just, your dashboard. So we are giving here, upselling option. There could be deals for you, which could have, discounted, products. There could be some new products. And also if, so as per my understanding, there is the contract with the acai Bloy, and these contracts have, a particular user can basically have different kind of products which they can choose, and then their account has been created, and then the credential has been sent by the acai Bloy team, and then they come on the dashboard, and they can look the landing page or the home page, and then they can look into the things or the products. So based on their contract, what kind of products they have chosen. This could also one of the way to show them, these are the feature product based on their. So this is the kind of personalization view. I'm not going to show you every product from the acai Bloy, but I'm going to show you the useful product for you specifically. So this is also kind of, we could say, cross and upselling. Here is the activity to keep them a little lively, feeling on the dashboard. Hey, if I'm coming, every day, so I could see, what is going on my, system, what everyone is doing, am I getting? So I can just simply scroll it. But, we understand that this is not on the high priority, or maybe we can discuss it if users are interested to.
Actually, I don't quite understand what's this for. This activity is for.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean,
Is it about order related?
Yes.
Seems like deals for you. Seems like the deals for you, or even at the bottom, the feature products is. I believe that this section is for promotional use. Like deals for you is talking about some discount items, maybe special offer items will put to deals for you. Okay, to feature products, we can put some new products. The products we are going to maybe new release products. Okay, we can put the feature products, or you may also we can put to the feature products. But I don't quite understand activity this part. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your initial thought is? What this session is for?
This session for?
Activity, yeah.
Yeah, activity is basically, so for example, the notification is giving me, I'm sorry. Yeah, so for example, the notification is giving me everything which is important for me. And once I click on it, I could, I could read it, and things will not be there forever, for example. But if I'm coming after 2 days, and I can look into the activity, so I can see, that within my team also who has done what. So there could be, activity that, hey, Alex has placed an order for this. So I don't have to do that. Hey, there could be, a new order has been created by or placed by, Henry. So you need to approve it. So something like that. These activities will come, which they can see and they can relate to it. So this is the idea for it.
Okay. So if that is the case, I will swap activity to close to the orders related sections. I will move favorite down to next to deals for you then.
Yeah, we can do that, of course.
What do you think? Yeah, because favorite to me.
I believe that this is something which is going to give a kind of, experience which could be useful for the user, and these activities will be, changeable, which will be updated, within 2 hours, 15 minutes, or 2 minutes ago, which is going to give them just about what is happening in their system. So we can take it further, like, in terms of here, in the place of favorites, and we can keep the favorites. We can basically swipe the places.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I just wanted to show the interaction for everything so far, which I talked about. So, for example, here I have explained the left-hand side navigation, and here you see what will come under orders. So I could see my orders, favorites, saved order list, and remaining orders. And then we can see what will be the part of the quick menu, the quick order, paste orders, and bulk orders. And then here you can see that, with the hamburger menu, if I, click on it.
Collapse, right? It's still there, the icon.
Yes, it's just an icon, but it works differently.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's it from my side. I think Sachin can take over from here.
Thanks, Varid.
So, moreover, the icons are still there. So can we when mouse over, we'll know at least what this section for?
Sorry, can you come back again, Mary? I missed you there.
Okay. What I mean is when we mouse over it or hover it, so we will know, the hamburger, okay? You will see just when it collapses, it's just show the icons of each section, okay?
Yes.
Actually, the icons, to me, I don't quite understand what's this section for. So when we hover it, can you show this is about the orders, or when we hover it low, so we will show the options under that section.
Absolutely. I think
instead of have a click, okay, if you are using the down arrow, I have to click on it and then I can only see after click it, right? After one click, I can see the pull down. How about hover it? I don't know which one is.
I would say that hover. I would say, Mary, the hover will work for the desktop for sure, but for the mobile, the hover will not work.
Yeah, right.
And the second thing, we are also thinking that there will be a learning curve for the user from the cognitive load, aspect where after some time they will know, maybe they can remember the icons for the mobile. Yeah, for sure. For the desktop, we can go ahead with the mouse over where we can show, this is the menu. And also we can give a tip about what this menu is all about. So a little tooltip kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So just to add to some of the pointers here, Mary. So we have now two options. One is what we had at the first look, which Shilpa presented, and the other one is what Varid presented. The challenge between the two is the one which you showed at the first instance is something which can be achieved as part of the timelines that we have in hand. So if we talk about the technical feasibility of that, so the constraints are not, or the effort is not that high. But if we go with the other option, what Varid has presented,
Sorry, which option you're talking about? Which option?
So option one that was presented at the first instance.
Okay.
Yeah, it's technically feasible and achievable within the time frames and the project release dates that we have in hand. But when we talk about the option two, the later one, so the technical challenges are there, considering the efforts part of it, right?
Okay.
So
so what kind of technical challenge there?
So the effort from the effort side, it is higher, right? And then of course, if you buy that, so then the project plan or the release dates would be impacted.
So you cannot tell the concrete timeline you need to take, right?
Yes, I mean, still, that's what I said, that the technical feasibility is there, but yes, of course, the efforts on the technical side would be higher.
Okay, so may I give you some feedback about option 1 first? Actually, to option 1, the presentation is not clear, to be honest, yeah. And
So, Barry, if we talk in the terms of presentation, I mean, is it like some of the pointers that are missing, or if you're looking at some of the things that were not explained clearly, so we can take those queries and get it.
I think if I were the users, I mean, I'm the customers, when I go into the site, I was getting lost and I don't know how to do and what to do. And about the order status, it's meaningless to show every order status there. Yeah, right. So I think option 2 is more on how I say the user more think about what do user need to do. Yeah, when the user log into your site, what do they need to do first? Okay, do they really know the order history at the past? How many orders completed? How many orders processing is meaningless. Okay, to the customers, right? And somehow you upfront a quick order here, and then your, I don't know, how about the other, the bulk orders, where should I go? Okay, the terms of products. Okay, products means the browsing of every product. When I want to browse all the products, I click the products. Okay, the place order and orders, I really don't know what is happening there, to be honest. Yeah.
So if we talk about the place order, I mean, of course, as you see that Magento offers the by default functionality of having
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. If you are the user, do you ask the customer if you see the Magento, if you blah 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 blah. I'm just trying to experience from the user side.
Mhm.
Sure, Mary. So in this, the concerns are number one, that the first section that talks about the order numbers that are completed and processed and pending, that is number one, because that seems like it is not adding any value.
Yeah, the order
Uh,
status. Yeah.
it is just kind of similar where where it could be clickable and the user can just go to the processing orders or in progress or pending orders. So then it works like a small filter for them for quickly looking at all the orders that are pending or processing. Whereas the lower section, which is order history, there they can search for a specific order number as well, and it has it has some recent orders. Clicking on view all will take them to order history page.
So I can say actually all the elements are in option 2 are already there. So I don't know why it takes that long time to implement. I don't quite understand, because from option 2, like the quick order, notifications, all these maybe orders codes, all these we have already discussed in the workshop. So I do believe some has been included here, right? It's just the presentation. I don't know why the presentation will let your team to take a longer time. Yeah.
So okay,
I think even option 1 and option 2 are quite similar. It's just the presentation. I mean, the presentation is option 2 is trying to group, try to think from the user side. Yeah.
Agreed. So that is what the idea was. The concept of both the screen designs is similar in
Yeah,
terms
clean
of,
and clear. Yes, exactly. Yeah, clean and
in
clear
terms of the first section to be for
and
the
more
for
logical,
the
I can
user.
say. Yeah.
Can we showcase the option 2, which was the
Yeah, give me
one
a
which
second.
has more options? Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mary, when we are talking about the screen designing in terms of
Right. It's more
every
clean. Yeah.
yeah, so one could be this is high fidelity. That one, the option one is not high fidelity. So the clarity in the screen design does matter. Secondly, the sectioning, if you talk about adding small filters will add some effort. So when we are saying that we need to add filter for 1 week, 1 month, then different dates, export to PDF, all these features would add some effort because these are all functionalities as well. The quick menu here, which talks about different options like bulk order, quick order, and paste order, that
Yeah.
is called in a different way. But I understand quick menu might be a good way of calling it out.
Yes, presentation is better. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So we can. So the
We
idea
try to
of
group all the
presenting.
bulk order. Yeah. Paste order. Yeah. Yeah. Under
Right.
the quick menu.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So the idea of presenting two options was we can see what is working in each, and then we just create the final version saying that this is what it might look like. So if you,
So which
for
means you
example,
want me to have a in-between version?
so, yes.
Oh my God.
To be very frank, yes. So see, we have UX experts, Varit and Shilpa, both are our senior resources in terms of UX. They have done this particular screen design from the user experience point of view in terms of showcasing that yes, we understand the user journey, we understand what the user
Yeah.
requires. But as we all know, it's a very quick project. We have to get all the rollouts done in this year itself. So given that time frame, we say, okay, this is the ideal way of doing it. But based on the time frame, if we do an in-between kind of thing, does it work? So if you can just call out certain things that this is working and this is not working, that will be a good feedback for us to do a in-between kind of a design. How does that sound?
So can you tell me, from option, if you ask me, of course, I will pick option two because it's clean and clear and yeah, in a better grouping, I can say, yeah. So can you tell me which section or which part will take a longer time, such that we can like to do it into a next phase, which means we never cater in our workshop and is just present in this design layout. Is it something like the filtering options here?
Yeah, so one is filtering options on the order that is pretty much on the my order history page.
Okay,
Uh,
if it is not allowed to have a filter options, then can we have a like sorting, sort by the order date, and then the customers can view all, and then the full list they can massage from the full list.
so yeah, the columns can be made sortable, so that's a grid. We can make it sortable.
Yeah.
Then
So
if you scroll down, sorry, yeah.
yeah. So yeah, is it? So other than this, which part do you think will take a longer time than option one? You want me to take the option in between?
Yeah, so for example, saved order list.
Saved
So
orders.
usually,
Okay.
yeah, usually
Mm.
saved order list is a list. It doesn't have products. So if we have to showcase every product individually, that is, some of the products might be repeat, so we have to filter them out. So saved order should be a list wherein we click on it, go to that page, and then make that particular basically saved order is saved cart, so that cart is active. That is
Yeah.
the whole purpose of it, right?
Okay, then
To
just
not make
show the
and cart
saved
act.
list. Yeah.
So
Then just
sorry.
show the saved list is good enough. Yeah. Save the list one, list two, list three, and then click on it, and then we can see all the items in that list.
So we pull out all the saved lists here, but then it cannot be presented in this format. Then, Shilpa, Varad, you can please pitch in, because if all of them are lists, there will not be an image, there will not be.
Okay, okay. So, okay. So let's
Ideally,
simplify this
it
one.
should be a quick link sort of thing wherein the user can just navigate to that page quickly and make it as active cart.
Yes. And then view the list and then add to the carts. Yeah.
Right. So it should be a link sort of thing, like a quick link.
Yes. Should be a link.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good enough. Yeah.
Yeah. So then this section might not be available. Similarly for favorite,
I
favorite
think
is not a
no need
specific.
to be too fancy here. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
what you're worrying is a little bit fancy here, is it? You just
Yeah.
take a
So
simple one. Yeah.
yeah. So all these are
But
good features,
yeah, more
but then
practical. I think more practical
yes.
is good enough. Yeah.
Yes. So then we are talking about deals. So when we are saying deals, going to showcase here coupons, or
Deals
will
for
this
you,
be
right?
like deals for you? If Sachin, you could scroll further,
Yeah,
because
just a second.
saved cards and favorite lists could be links, right?
Yeah, I think deals for you is talking about, so what I already positioned this part is about the promotion area. Just like you will see Australia, they have some banners to tell the login customer, the personalized customers. Okay, when the customer log in, they have a personalized message sometimes, right? Yeah, when you check out, you just put this coupon code and then you can have what kind of offer.
Right.
So I think we still need this kind of personalized message. So where can we put?
So either this could be like a banner that we showcased earlier in the other option, or this could be a small section like this, and it's all content area, right? So it can be, it does not need to be pulled out from promotion list, because the deals could be QMS codes, it could be some other kind of deal, some other kind of promotions running. So one way is showing it as a banner like here. The
Yeah.
other way is showing it in a smaller section, likewise as deals for you. The section named deals for you is quite, attractive in terms of the customer would focus on it, saying that, yeah, there are some deals for going on. So that is a good way of highlighting it. We need to see that, do we want to highlight it as a complete one section across two columns, or in a single column like it is shown here.
So,
But
sorry, Malshri. I think what we can do is like this activity, anyhow, we are going to have some notifications on the top, like we have it. So we can just do away with this widget and then we can have it as.
so Sachin, let's first talk about deals for you and then we come to activity, please.
Okay.
So Mary, do you think deals for you can be something like we are maintaining currently as banners? It could be smaller sized images, could have if it is single product, or if it is it just has some text and an image. So it could be a similar feature as we were talking for, though it was for B2C, but yeah, it could be something like new featured, or promotions, or anything related to that they want to highlight.
To me,
And it has a carousel, so they can just click.
Yes,
and-
carousel is, maybe carousel, or I don't know if we can have options deals for you, and deals for you is something about promotion, right? I'm thinking about the bottom, the featured products. So the featured products is basically for, you may also like products, is it?
So featured products could be it. Now this section is common across both the designs, because we thought that maybe fast moving products, or they want to say bestseller products, or can have
Bestseller
different
products,
badges, like new products. New products is something which is quite interesting for B2B market. Every dealer would want to know what is new being launched, and they want to see if the market trend, or there is a demand for new products. So that this featured products could be for
So
different
deals
things.
for you is basically for the promotional items, and the feature products is the bestsellers, may not be a kind of promotional items,
Yes.
maybe hot items, right?
Yes. Could be hot in terms of The launch could be hot in terms of selling. Could be,
New items, hot
yeah,
items, whatever
yes,
items we would
yes,
like to put
yeah.
there.
And we can have
Okay,
different
can be
badges.
personalized, right? Can it be personalized?
So that we will have to
By accounts?
understand from the business teams, would they
Sorry,
want
Moshi,
to
your voice is broken.
personalize it? Because
Oh,
I'm sorry. Am I,
yes.
is it better now?
You break the line. Yeah. It's clear now. Yeah.
Okay. So for example, deals for you is something that will be managed in the content section. It's like a content widget, the way we are managing the banner currently for Yale Smart. Similarly, deals for you can be managed. Now we can give an option to select a customer, but it will be a very tedious task for the marketing team or for whoever is managing the content to select which customer. Either we manage it with customer channel, that customers for this channel will view this promotion or this particular deals. So that is possible. Featured should be on the product, and the way we are doing badges, those badges can be then added to featured products.
Okay.
Do you think that works?
Actually, yeah. Actually, I think activity. So, do you think activity is valuable to us to
So
know your
active,
team what they're doing, and
it could be valuable to the customer admin to know what has happened on the account so far. But we can park it for phase 1 if you think it is okay. Because
okay,
because the
can be in
design
phase
has
one.
already, yeah, we can move it to phase 2 probably then. The activity, because it is, this section would be helpful for a customer admin to see, okay, what all orders have been placed. There was a quote done 5 minutes
Yeah,
back, there was an order done 10 minutes back, so they
approval.
get
Yeah.
yes, approval, order approvals. So those kind of things are helpful for the customer admin.
Yeah.
Drastic change in the design itself. So first let's get the first release done with the design change, and then activity maybe can be added later.
Okay.
What
Understood.
do you think? Yeah.
I just want to know how can I simplify this one to be the in-between version.
So I think we did talk about certain things. We talked about that saved and saved cards and favorite list could be links. We said deals for you can be managed by static content and could take the
Yeah.
complete section. Activity can go away. The featured products would be could have badges. Likewise, we talked in option 1. And then Sachin, if you could just scroll up. So Shilpa, Varit, please pitch in wherever you feel that this is not the right approach and this should not be done this way.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, then do you think based on all these comments and feedback, should we be doing intermediary kind of design between the two options and
Yes.
share that with you? Yeah.
Yes, please share again, and then we'll share to entities. So actually, all these is just my comments. So of course, we need to have a feasible option, yeah, such that we can catch our timeline. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah. So I think we can revise a little bit of option. Okay, to me, actually, I already told what option I will pick from here, right? I will pick option 2 rather, because it's much cleaner and clear and more structural, I can say. Yeah. So, but since because you say if we pick option 2, we'll take a it will take a longer time. So I just want to simplify this version. Okay. So could you please, as what we discussed, could you please revise the option 2 version, and then I will share to the team. Yeah. And see how's the feedback. Okay.
Sure, Mary.
What do you think?
That is right. Yeah, we can
Yeah.
simplify as we discussed, and then we can
William,
share.
what do you think? Do you think we still need to send the option 1 to them?
To me, the timeline is the priority. So in terms of the layout options, I really I really don't have a preference at all, because I'm sorry to say both to me looks very similar actually. So I'm not there to give a comment here.
So Mary, if you look at the concept is still the same, that the first half of the page concentrates more on the user and their activities, their actions. The second half of the page concentrates more on a subloy trying to connect with user in terms of promotions, deals, or featured products. Yeah. So the thinking of both the designs is similar. It's just that the way it is structured and the way
it's about
the
structure,
elements are
the
placed.
structuring problem, to option 1,
Yeah.
And I can say that's why option 2 is more fruitful, to be honest. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you like the hamburger menu and the slide option for hamburger menu?
Since because this is not, as you mentioned, this is not a purely hamburger, right? Because when it collapses, it still have a column, for that hamburger. Not totally collapse, right? I have discussed with some of our team member, whether hamburger is good for desktop version or not. Actually, you know who is Rudy, right? Rudy from our central team. Yeah, Rudy seems like he very much like about using a hamburger at the desktop version. Yeah. But of course, we still need to seek the opinions from entities. Yeah. So what do you think? Yeah. I search a few articles from online and say, well, hamburger have pros and cons. No absolute answer. Yeah. To the desktop version.
So I'm not the right person. Maybe Sharpa Warid can take that up, please.
Yeah, Mary. So like we mentioned that hamburger is not the right word we could say, but yes, it looks like a hamburger menu. And as per the new trends of the, design, I would say, because this look like hamburger, but it does not work like previous hamburger, I would say. So the new hamburger menu is not hiding the information, rather than it will work as a collapsible action icon, I would say.
So can I say that it's not a hamburger? I tried to visit Apple shop with the other shop. I can't see hamburger. They have the hamburger design on the desktop version. So that's why I just curious. Do we need to put a hamburger to our desktop version? So just like here, okay. When we click on the hamburger, what will it be looks like, huh? It's just a kind of collapse, expand and collapse, is it?
Yeah, right. But I would also suggest that if we could put this menu on the top navigation somehow, and if that is feasible, because I think so that is more feasible with keeping the timeline in the mind, that we have some something to deliver within certain timeline, and we can skip the hamburger menu and we can keep it on the top navigation, just to try to still give some personalization view kind of thing for the user.
Okay.
basically we can keep dashboard, we can keep orders here, we can keep, invoices. So everything could go, the drop navigation here. We can also have the quick menu right there, or maybe it could be the part of here.
Okay, then let's see, huh? After you revise it, then let's see how is it look like, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's next, huh? Moshi, what's next then?
So Mary,
Your
for
team will
today,
revise this version 2, is it?
yes, we will revise this and share it across. And we can share this in an offline mode, like through email. And we have a
So
meeting
you
set
will
up
put
on
it
Wednesday
in
as well.
InVision? Will you put it in InVision such that I can share to the team? They can directly put their comment under InVision.
Sure, we will upload it to InVision as well.
Yes.
Yeah,
And then your team can get whatever comments they put.
right.
More
But
interactive, I think that is. And then no need to
yeah,
capture the screen and then put, they just simply click the layout and then put their image is more convenient. Yeah.
right. So we will upload it to InVision as well. And we do not expect the requirements to be very different for each region. So we are saying it is the same theme across and same layout across all regions. Right?
Again, remember to put the FAQ and contact us at the top because
Yes.
Australia team requests again and again about that.
No, definitely we will add this. So yeah, some things are working in one, some things are working
Do
in
you
the
think
other. So we will
it should
just
be?
merge it.
But I don't think it should be the same level as quick menu notification and card there. Maybe somewhere.
Maybe I think we should put it in the footer then, because if you look at the footer, there is a lot of space. It is like 2 lines, 3 lines footer.
They don't want to put at the footer. As you know, right? The FAQ and
Right.
contact us.
Yeah.
They especially request to put at the top. Yeah.
At the top, so that it has more visibility. Yeah, probably Shilpa and Varit can help us place it in a better way, but not at the same level as cart and quick menu. Somewhere different.
Yeah. So I will give this to your UI UX team to design. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Mary. At least we have now a clarity on, getting into an intermediary approach. And now going forward, and hope you liked the design, the way they are structured and the way they are explained by the team. Yeah, okay. And then in the next meeting, we will look at further pages so that we can cover them up as well. But then on the other pages also.
Can I ask one again? Yeah. About the personalized banner, what will you put? Because we still need to keep the personalized banners, I think. So in this version, so you will replace the deals for you
with a banner.
By the personalized banner, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So the banner will have the deals also and any announcements or details that have to be done.
Yeah. Thank you.
However, Mary, I would suggest that this banner could be go little, to the towards the bottom, rather than keeping up front.
Yeah. So, did you see what our current site is doing? Yeah. So they put the personalized banner at the middle. You see,
Yeah.
And then the bottom is talking about the products, the items, right?
Yeah.
So is there any flexibility for us to add under the feature products? The first row is talking about the best sellers. The second row is talking about the discount items. Do we have any flexibility there? Because IBM Raspbian, we have flexibility to create different roles.
Sorry, Mary, if you could repeat. Varit, you were saying something, sorry.
No, I was
I mean,
the same. Yeah, please, Mary.
you got it?
Yeah.
Mm.
No, Mary. Yeah. Mary, if you could repeat, please. Sorry.
Okay, maybe I share with you. Okay.
Yeah, let me stop presenting then.
Yeah. So this is the New Zealand site. Yeah. Our current B2B site, right?
It's
So this
loading
is
up,
the
Mary.
after login page. Yeah, this is the after login page. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it's very similar because we have the quick order history, latest order, add to cart. I think in option 2 we have already all these are there, right? Even to search by different categories are also included in option 2, I can see. So this is the personalized banner, I can say.
Yeah.
Australia, they always make use of these banners
Mm-hmm.
to make it more personalized. Sometimes even New Zealand, they will personalize this banner too. All depends their location. They will change the banner's background.
Right. Right.
So this one, okay, you will see some of the countries will have only one row of these feature products. But I think New Zealand, they add one more rows there. So I'm asking, is there any flexibility for us to identify that feature products section? Like,
So,
can we add, this is the bestseller, this is the discount items or whatever? Yeah. Do we have any flexibility?
so we can have badges on the product itself, because these are not the featured products. These are the categories of the product. Like, these are abloy locks, or this is a door closure, this is a padlock. So they're
Yeah.
just talking about different categories, or not, and not specific products. What
Yeah.
we have in our design is specific products that we
Yeah.
want to highlight, to be
Yeah.
more specific
Uh,
on certain things, not on the categories. This looks like more a redundant way of showcasing the categories.
so you will see this is the Australia one. They didn't put any feature products here. So I think that this all depends their needs. Yeah. I
Yes.
mean the feature products part. Okay.
So if they do not add any product to the featured list, then we can just, that
Just like
area will
this.
not show up. Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
They'll just show up like this. But it is recommended that they make use of it. Otherwise, the site will look uh, will not be very appealing, because if there's no proper content, the site will not look nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so. Yeah. Understood.
Yeah.
Okay. So is that clear now?
Yeah, Mary, that was helpful. Thank you.
Okay. So when we will have that revised version,
Oh,
we take a few days, I think, to collect the feedback. So is there any dependency of our next step? If, like for example, if you can deliver the revised version on Monday, I think we can still collect the feedback on or before first day. Okay, but I'm just worried about, is there any dependency on our feedback or comments such that you can move further?
I think we have captured all the feedback, so there is no dependency as of now. So we can just
Okay, great.
work upon the intermediate version of the wireframe, and let me just collate the thoughts together with the team, that how much time it will take, and then I'll revert back over an email.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Mary, to your point, we can still further move to the next screen. So, though the feedback is always helpful, but then we can still continue to make, uh, capture wireframes and create VDs for the next screens, so that in the meanwhile we're not losing further time.
Okay.
Okay. And
Okay.
going forward, per screen, do you want now different two options, or based on this intermediary approach, should we go ahead with one option? What do you suggest?
I think
Because
to be
certain,
honest,
yeah, I asked this because certain screens are are like the way they are. For example, a PLP page, we said will show only 12 records at a time, and it'll have pagination because of real-time pricing. So there is very less flexibility for our UX team, which they were also talking about, that there is very less flexibility in terms of how you design that page. But
Can I jump into this conversation? Sorry, guys.
sorry, yeah.
So I would suggest that the most complex page we have already catered, and we really received good feedback from the Mary, to understand the priorities and what could be go and what could not be go. Basically, for this phase, I think most of the pages are not as complex as the dashboard. So I think giving our best with one option will work. Right, Mary? What do you think about it? Because this is going to, speedize our, we know the process now that, we showcase the wireframe, and then we will receive the feedback. And then after feedback, we will give the second iteration, and then we will start on the VD. So we can give you a complete look and feel along with the experience. So going forward, if we will keep only one option with everything together, it will be easy for you as well to give your feedback.
Yeah. So that's why what we usually do is I need to you mean wireframe should cover all the pages, right?
Yes.
Okay, but mock-up. How about mock-up?
For example, we have given two wireframes with two different approach, and then we are coming together with the intermediate approach. That will be the final one. So once the final one will be done, so that the visual design could be based on the final one. So it will be easy for everyone. And then, of course, for the visual design, we can have feedback, and we can have your suggestion. That is more than welcome for us. So it will be easy for each of us to decide this process, and we know the timeline crunch as well. So we can do these things very quickly, and we can turn around, and also the turnaround timeline will be less in that case.
So that's why I say,
I think the less complex screens, low complexity screens, we can directly give you the mockup. For more complex screens, probably we can then give a wireframe and then a VD. But less complex screens, I think we can directly do the VD, because now we have the dashboard or the home page. We are clear on it. So starting from that, I think the less complex screens, we can directly start the mockups.
Yeah, I think we usually from an e-commerce side, we usually talk about the landing page, product listing page, the product detail page, checkout page, which we have a kind of mock-up. All the others can be a kind of wireframe. I think the major pages we need to mock up, but all the others like the quick order, the page order, I think all these can be in wireframe.
All right.
Okay, so we are saying these pages which are pretty straightforward are wireframes, and PLP, PDP, all those should be markup, because that talks about detailed design.
Yeah, right. I think there's some major page like what I mentioned, the landing page, just like the dashboard, before login, after login, and let's see, the product listing page, product detail page, maybe FAQ can be in something kind of a mock-up. All the others, the details of how it works can be presented as a wireframe.
Mary, can I suggest something here for the approach? So the most user experience aligned towards the information structure and from the usability point of view. which is usually we do for the mostly complex, pages or screens, I would say, so that, we can structure information contextually and from the user perspective. But for the example, personal setting, which is related to only user, and it does not have more information that user will take action, on day-to-day basis. This could be done in the UI directly. So what we are trying to say here, of course, your suggestion is more welcome. But what we are trying to say here is basically we will provide the wireframes for the most complex screens, and then we can, for the less complex or for the simpler screen, we can directly go ahead with the mockups. So the mockup is necessary to keep in the mind the consistency of the system. Mockups are more about the look and feel and
Look and feel, yeah. How it visualize, yeah.
Yeah. So in that case, if the mockups are basically the pixel perfect picture for the user. However, the wireframes are, I would say, the blueprint where we are just trying to focus on the functionality and the usability.
Yeah, right. Maybe that is some of the supporting for the requirement specifications. Yeah.
Yeah. So for the complex screen, for example, product, how the product list screen will look, how the product detail screen will look, and also maybe adding to the card or maybe placing the order, adding the shipping address.
I think what you shared in your design is close to a kind of a wireframe. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. This is all high fidelity wireframe we talk about. I have used little like 2 or 4 colors just to filter data.
Yes.
Otherwise, no color has been used. This is what this approach is usable for everyone. But
you used you present like a kind of a wireframe is still okay because our users are very experienced. Yeah, I think that they know what to do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So,
why.
Mary, will it help if for one iteration we can have a wireframe where you can give your inputs, and then probably we can move on to a mockup if we kind of reach a consensus?
Okay. Then we can go for the wireframe first. Yeah.
Yeah, because the the visual design, look and feel can happen quickly then.
So
once we
which
have
means
something.
on Wednesday you will share with me the wireframe, right?
Yeah.
And then once we confirm the wireframe there, and then you will deliver the mock-up for our entities to see the look and feel. Is it?
Yes.
Like that?
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind. Yeah.
All right.
All right, so we have the clarity on all the points. So now we'll be working on an intermediate version of the 2 options that we presented.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll come up with the updated version and share this back with you, Mary. Right. So you can share in case if you have any further comments. If not, then right, we can start working on the VDs on those designs.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, the
All
team.
right.
Thank you.
so much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.